Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of our January curriculum. This is our video for Monday, Tuesday for the first video of the week. And before we get going, I'd like you to get yourself warmed up with some jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, front-ups, and then finishing with 30 seconds of mountain climbers or exercise of your choice. Ready, set, go. Okay guys, so starting off today, we're going to review the 2 kicks we've been working on this month. We've got front kick and we've got rear kick. The 4 parts of both of those kicks are chamber, kick, retract, back to balance, okay? So remember on the front kick, it is not a pivot front kick because pivot means back leg. It's not pivot, it's just front kick. So it means our front leg is what's kicking. Front leg is chamber, kick, retract, back to balance, thinking about your foot position. One more time, chamber, kick, retract, back to balance. I would like you to do 10 front kicks on each side right now. Ready, set, go. Okay, now the rear kicks, same 4 parts. The only thing that changes is the direction of our kick. Remember, our chamber is still up in front. It doesn't have to be quiet as out here like the front kick, okay? But it still needs to come up front so that you can drive the leg back in the kick, right? If we just chamber right here, then it only gives us about half the distance to have half the power, okay? If you're gonna kick someone in self-defense, then you need to be able to kick as hard as you can. So you need to have as much power as you can. That's why we chamber in front, okay? So chamber, kick, retract, back to balance. Remember to look, all 4 parts, come back and set it back down, okay? So I want you to do 10 rear kicks on each side. Ready, set, go. Okay, so now we're gonna take these 2 kicks and put them together in a kicking combination. Now there's 2 ways we can do this, okay? From your ready stance, you can front kick with your front leg and then rear kick with your back leg, okay? That's the easier version. The other version of the kicking combination is to do both kicks with one leg, like this. Okay? Notice that retract turns out to be the chamber for the second kick if you're using the same leg, okay? So I want you to kind of play around with it a little bit. If you want to hold on to something and practice doing front kick, rear kick with the same leg, okay? I would encourage you to do that 10 times on each side, okay? You always want to practice kicking with either leg so you build up the same strength equally for balance in your body, okay? If you find that that's just too difficult to do both kicks with one leg, then you can practice front kick with your front leg, rear kick with your rear leg, with your back leg. Just make sure you look over your shoulder every time, regardless of whether you're doing the same leg or each leg, okay? So if you're gonna do front with one leg and rear kick with the other leg, what I want you to do is 10 of those and then switch your feet and do 10 more so that now you've got the other leg doing the front kick and the other leg doing the back kick, okay? So 10 going each way, whether it's 10 with one leg, right? Or it's 10 in one stance, alternating legs, okay? But then make sure you switch your feet and also do the other side, okay? So 10 front kick, back kick, or rear kick combinations on each side. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, next thing we're gonna practice putting together in kind of a little combination is our high blocks and low blocks, and then our punch, reverse punch, okay? So first, a quick review of our high blocks. Remember, high block is blocking, is protecting your head. That means you need to rise up and meet the strike with the same power, like this, no, right? And make sure you have that distance between your forehead and your arm. Don't come way back here, but also avoid this, right? when we start swinging at you with an object, we have a tendency to go like this and think we need to swing it way out of the way. But a high block works by meeting it with the same power and a force that the swing is coming down at you, okay? So just a quick reminder, high blocks, okay? Let's do a couple of those together. Switching your arms, bringing it up every time, not letting it touch your forehead, but bringing it up with nice power and speed. Straight up and then back into your ready stance, okay? So that's the high blocks. And then the low blocks are protecting our belly, right? And it's supposed to be real quick. You snap it down and come right back. It's not swinging it way out to the side to get this punch way off of you. No, it's just snapping it down to get that punch just away from your belly. Okay, if they keep punching and it comes off to the side, that's great. But if you go like this, trying to swing it way out of the way, well, now you're wide open and they can just pull their hand back and punch again while you're wide open and not ready to block, right? So it's snap down and back, okay? Down and bring it right back up. It's not a circle like this. It's down and back up, down and back up, down and back up, down, back up, all right? So now we're gonna do a little combination. Your forward hand is going to do the high block, and then your rear hand is going to do the low block, right? Notice how I brought my hand right back here to cover, and I'm keeping my fist, because after we do our high block, low block, then we're going to do punches. Punch, reverse punch, okay? So forward hand goes first on each one. Forward hand does the high block, rear hand does the low block. Notice how I do a little twist, okay? And then our forward hand does the first punch, and then our back hand does the reverse punch, okay? Notice between each of these moves, I'm always keeping my hands right up here and cover, right? We don't want to go high block, low block, and now have my hands down here and go punch with this hand way back here, and then punch with this hand way back here, right? That just makes it look sloppy, and it's also a really bad habit because it leaves you open to get hit. Okay, so I really want you to focus on keeping those hands up. We've got high block, ready stance, low block, ready hands, punch, right back, and punch, and right back. Notice how I've always got at least one hand right up here by my face as I'm doing the moves, okay? So one more time, like this, high, low, punch, reverse punch, okay? Again, high, low, punch, reverse punch. Notice I'm not just moving my arms and doing nothing else with my body. I'm using my whole body with each move. My high block, I turn those hips and I reach that elbow up. My low block, I turn those hips again. I'm even, part of that block is turning my belly away from that punch, right? And then when I go to do my first punch, turn the hips, and then on this power punch, the last one, I really push off that back foot to drive that reverse punch in, okay? So again, one more time, high, low, punch, reverse punch. Again, high, low, punch, reverse punch, okay? All right, let's do it one more time together. High, low, punch, reverse punch. Good. And that's actually going to end up being the first part of our testing combination that I'll show you on review day. So if you practice this combination, you'll be halfway ready. All right? So practice that combination now. If you have someone at home who can help you and hold some mitts, right? Or even if it's just open hands, if you guys don't have any mitts, they can do overhand for that high block. Then they can punch at your belly for that low block, and then they can hold their hands out like this for you to do your punches in their hands, okay? Now, if you're punching someone's bare hands for practice, you need to be courteous and not hit as hard as you can, okay? You have to listen to the helper when they say, that's too hard, don't hit so hard. Or they might say, go ahead, you can hit a little harder, but you must listen to your helper and be courteous and respectful and keep them safe, all right? If you guys have mitts, same thing. Just come over the top with the mitt, go towards the belly with the mitt, let them block it away, and then hold those mitts up so they can do a 1-2 punch. Always leading those punches with the forward hand, okay? Alrighty, so high block, low block, punch, reverse punch. Have some fun with it. All right, and ready, set, go. Okay, guys, real quick, we're going to talk about number 2 on our focus sheet today. I know I've kind of been jumping around the numbers this month, but that's just how the lessons happen to go this month. So, number 2 is actively listening to others, okay? 4 rules of focus. Focus my eyes, focus my ears, focus my body, and focus my mind. All right? And actually, it starts with focus your mind first, right? Because if you're thinking, I gotta focus on what's going on with me, well, then that's gonna make your eyes focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. And then it's gonna make your ears focus because you're deciding that you need to and want to listen to it. And then you decide to focus your body to make it easier for you to keep your eyes and ears focused, okay? So the 4 rules of focus are: focus my mind, focus my eyes, focus my ears, and focus my body. And so anytime someone is speaking to us, maybe that's your parents talking to you, or another adult, or your friends, or siblings, right? Anytime someone is talking to you, focus on them, right? If you're having a hard time getting your brain to focus, at least start by focusing your eyes at them. And then deciding, okay, I really got to listen to what they're saying, and that's going to help focus your mind. But then you also decide, okay, I got to stand still. Maybe that means you put your hands behind your back like this, or if that means if you have pockets and you stick your hands in your pockets, and that helps you focus your body so you're not like fidgeting with something. Sometimes, I know some people have an easier time focusing their ears if they can be doing something with their hands. So that's something you got to kind of talk with your parents about. Maybe even your school teacher may have some suggestions for you, right? We all have different ways of getting ourselves to focus. And so if it's a little bit different for you, that's okay. Think about it, talk about it, work it out, see what's going to be appropriate. Because sometimes the person who's talking just needs to understand that that is how you listen better, right? So that they don't think you're just being disrespectful and paying attention to something that you have in your hand or something. But in actuality, when you have that thing occupying your body a little bit, then you are able to focus your ears. And it's important that you focus your eyes as well, okay? But the 4 rules of focus really help you to practice actively listening to others. It's called actively listening because you are showing that you're listening by focusing your body, by looking at them, right? If you are talking to someone and you're trying to share a story with your parents or with anybody, right? And that person's going, yeah, okay, staring at their phone, or just, not looking at you, that makes you feel like they're not even listening and they don't care, right? And so we want you to practice the same thing. It kind of comes back to respect and treating people the way you want to be treated. If you like it for people to look at you and listen when you're speaking, then you should practice the same thing when someone else is speaking to you. All right, that's all I got for today. See you next time.